Hi everyone, welcome to the Mike of All Trades channel. First of all, happy Halloween to everyone that celebrates it. Uh, Welcome also back for those that have watched my first video, and shout out to that legend that commented on my video. And thank you all that watched. You helped amass a massive 50 plus views. That's huge for me. That was my first video, so actually, I'm not being sarcastic or anything. Thank you for that. And today I'll be making a news roundup. I'll basically be going over most gaming news topics from the last 7 days, starting on October 25th up to today. I'll be reading most of the topics that I can find, courtesy of pushsquare.com. I'll leave their link in the description below you in case you want to check any of the articles yourself in more depth. So, that being said, let's get started. So, here we go. On October 26th, there's the cash rewards still unavailable for millions in PS5 and PS4 reward scheme on PS Stars. So if you have heard about this, basically the PS Stars rewards program on the PlayStation Store, which basically awarded points for everyone that just spent money on the store, whether it was buying games or credit. You would get points, and then you could trade those points for store credit. And apparently, Sony just removed that out of the blue without, any announcements. They're kind of scaling back the benefits of the program, and so there's been some backlash and some people complaining. And I don't know if they have made a final decision on that, but yeah, that's the situation. I already uh, talked about corporations in my last video. Basically, namely, I was talking about Microsoft in my first video, but on this one now I'm talking about Sony. It's corporations. They probably just saw that a lot of people were taking advantage of the rewards program and getting a lot of free games or free store credit, and they're just like, hey, we're not making enough money here, or this is cutting a little bit into our profits, so let's scale it back. And that's just how corporations work, right? So let's move on to the next topic. The Thing Remastered looks like a superb PS5, PS4 retelling of an underappreciated PS2 classic. So the Thing is I think a game based on the movie The Thing, which I don't remember if I ever got to watch it. I remember that I never got to play it on my PS2. If you guys have played The Thing on the original game, that is, on the PS2, let me know if you liked it. And if you have seen the remastered one, they say it looks like a PS4 game with the remaster, so I'm kind of curious to check that out. Let's move on to October 26th. So, Microsoft CEO says more Xbox games will come to PS5 hours after rumors said porting project was paused. So, this is the thing I was talking about in my first video. Corporations will be corporations, and I said I wonder if this was what they meant by when they said play everywhere, if they were already planning at some point in the future start publishing to more platforms, including their rival platform PlayStation and other platforms like Nintendo. Anyway, it's just normal stuff. There's nothing to get upset about. Just corporations being corporations and trying to make more money. That's it. This one, MechWarrior 5 Clans, an obsolete model. I don't know what this is about. Let me know if you know. I'm not going to go into depth into every article, otherwise the video will have like an hour or something, and no one wants that. So I'm just gonna move on to the next topic. Oh, this one I already saw. All right. Dragon Age: The Veilguard, the best Bioware game since Mass Effect 3. So, apparently, The new Dragon Age Veilguard has been a very popular game launch. I saw there was a lot of positive reviews on it. I also saw some negative ones, but it wasn't nothing too massive. It was just, I think, something about the side content. Personally, I never played Dragon Age, and I'm kind of indifferent to this game. Although I heard some good stuff and some bad stuff, but let me know if you have played Dragon Age, Dragon Age, and if you will be playing this one and what you think about this one. So let's move on to the 28th. Oh, that was the 28th. Let's move on to the 29th. Monster Hunter Wilds beta is prompting fans to reconsider PS5 Pro. So, just based on the title alone, it's easy to infer that this is basically saying I had already heard about Monster Wilds, but since it's a beta, it's obviously that it's not a final version, so it probably won't be running as well on the base PS5 and Xbox consoles in beta stage as it will run in the final stage, I don't know, final form, final version there is. And for sure, the PS5 Pro version is always going to run better. It's just a higher spec machine, so nothing. Maybe the beta is not well optimized enough, and a lot of people that are playing the beta are thinking, maybe I should buy the Pro to play this better. But I think the final version of the game would probably be quite playable on the base PS5 version. So I don't think this is. This probably just feels like a little bit of PS5 Pro promotion at best, because if you weren't inclined to buy a PS5 Pro, I don't think it will be a beta that will change your mind on that, even knowing that the beta is not a final product and the final product will definitely run better. Let me know what you think about this. Would you buy a PS5 Pro just for one game that you tried on a beta stage? So then we have PS5 PC flop Concord never returning, studio closed down. This has been the main topic in the last few days. We all know what happened to Concord, the great legendary title that never got to be. And I'm usually a guy that makes fun of everything, but yeah. So Concord was a massive failure, probably one of the biggest failures in gaming. And now a lot of people are always talking about, oh, it's because it's woke and it failed. Many people are looking for people to blame. I don't think it's like just one thing. It's just all the sets of things that are, encapsulated in the game itself. First of all, the live game as a service market is saturated. There's just way too many games, and for whatever, I'm not a live service game. I mostly play multiplayer co-op games, older ones, and I sometimes play FIFA and stuff like that. I would much rather play a kind of co-op story game, that you can play single player, but you can also play with a friend. I think that's more entertaining for me personally. But yeah, Concord is like, it will become a thing of its own going forward, and I'm sure a lot of studios are kind of looking at what happened at Concord and thinking, let's not go down the same road. Now, I don't think the game failed because it's woke. I think the game failed and it's kind of woke, and it's not the same thing. You have a lot of woke games that have had success, so I don't think that single thing alone would be a cause for a failure. I think what made the game fail is that it is just one more live game as a service in the market that is not free to play, so you have to pay for it. And it's basically doing, according to what I've heard from many people, it's just basically doing what many games have already done years and years in advance. So why would you pay to play a similar game that is already available on the market for free, and that has on top of it a sort of agenda, political agenda, added to it. Personally, I think that's what's going on. I think it would fail even if it wasn't woke. So anyway, that's my opinion. Let me know what you think if you had a different opinion, and let's move on to October the 30th. So, oh, this actually isn't news, it's just guides, but I'll read it. PlayStation Studios, all Sony first-party developers, and what they're working on. I might check that out later and actually make a separate video on this, because it's been a while since I've checked what all the PlayStation Studios are up to. So let me know if you'd like to hear about that. And Horizon Zero Dawn, no. Okay, this one's not news and it's not interesting. Okay, October the 31st. This is today's news topics that are in the front page of pushsquare.com. Wolverine PS5 lead dev leaves for Xbox. Xbox's Perfect Dark Team. That's interesting. Maybe I should go in depth into this one. I'm guessing he's probably done all the work he had to do, because I think Wolverine will be launching next year, so it's not like, oh, I quit, this sucks, I quit. I think it's just he's probably done all the work he had to do there and is moving on to his next work. That's kind of, I've heard that's kind of how it works in the dev world. Sometimes you're an exclusive dev for a company or a studio, and other times you're just kind of going from project to project. So I don't think it's like something went wrong and he quit. I think his work is done on Wolverine and he's moving on to his next project. Let me know if you know anything about this. New Dragon's Dogma 2 patch prepares for PS5 Pro with PSSR balanced settings. Balanced. I wonder. Yeah, I've heard when Dragon's Dogma 2 launched, I heard it was terrible. It was a terrible launch. It was very poorly optimized on all platforms, PS5, Xbox, and PC. Certainly, it has received patches because it's been quite a few months since it has launched. So for sure, it's running better on all platforms. I would hope at this point, but. The fact that it's launching, ready to receive a patch for PS5 Pro in balanced settings leaves me curious, because I've talked about this in the last video when I gave my opinion on the PS5 Pro, and when we think about the balanced settings, what's the point of getting a PS5 Pro if we're going to be running at balanced settings? Well, the point is the game will run better, and PSSR will make it look like high quality settings. That's what I'm guessing. And let me know what you think. And that's it. That's all the gaming news. Let me see if I refresh if anything new pops up. Yes. So third Astrobot PS5 speedrun. Why is this new? Third Astrobot PS5 speedrun level spring loaded run out. Yeah, wouldn't consider that news. Oh, okay. This one is interesting. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, the strongest return to the FPS form. So I've also that's a big news that has been in the gaming topics in the last few days. Call of Duty Black Ops really seems to be really good. Everyone's been talking mostly positive stuff about it. I personally haven't played a Call of Duty game in about 15 years. Yes, the last time I played a Call of Duty, I think it was 2011 or 2012. That's it. So yeah, so about 12 years have been since I played a Call of Duty. Let me know if you do play Call of Duty, and what do you think about Call of Duty Black Ops 6? Is this any better than the last few from the last years? I mean, I figure a franchise that launches a game every year. I mean, it's incredible the success this franchise has. I mean, one new game every year. It's kind of like FIFA, no matter what, it can be the exact same game and you just copy paste it and change the name of the game to the next next number or next year, and everyone buys it anyway. But I hope this is not the case because I've heard it's the best it's been in a few years. So let me know if you play it. Let me know also if you enjoy, you are happy with the new release. And I think this will do it. Like the official PS4 label, seeing physical game boxes soon. Oh, okay, there's another one here. Little Nightmares 3 ratchets up tension with spooky You're Being Watched trailer. I've never played a Little Nightmares game. Am I missing out? Let me know in the comments if I'm missing out and if I should give a try to Little Nightmares. Any of the Little Nightmares games. Ubisoft confident as Assassin's Creed will make February launch. Assassin's Creed Shadows, that is. This is another controversial one. There's been a lot of backlash against Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I think it was based on woke stuff again. It's like the woke won't leave the news headlines in all landscapes. So let me know what you think about this. Personally, I've heard in the news there's been a lot of talk that Ubisoft is in great trouble and will likely be acquired by some bigger company. I don't know if this is still the case, but apparently Assassin's Creed Shadows is releasing anyway, and we'll see how that goes. Nuketown inbound from Black Ops 6 on PS5 and PS4. Nuketown. I don't know what this is. I guess it's just some sort of DLC or some kind of game mode. Anyway, these are the topics that have been on the gaming news for the last week. Let me know what you think. Also, now I will ask for a little bit of feedback. Did you like this sort of video where I go over basically the titles, the title headers of gaming news throughout a week? And if you like this sort of format, I can start maybe making a weekly video that kind of rounds up all the news, most of the news, gaming news for a week, and leaving links below so you guys can find the articles and read whatever is of more interest to you. Or let me know if you would prefer like a video where I'll just pick 3 or 4 topics that I'm more interested in or familiar with and go into depth into those topics. Let me know what you prefer. If you rather have a sort of light reading of the gaming news topics throughout the whole week, or just a few more important topics where I go more in depth into the topics themselves. Let me know what you would prefer and I'll take it into consideration. And I think that is it. This will wrap up. Oh, it's already almost 18 minutes, so I'm gonna have to cut this. Anyway, let me know what you think. Again, thank you all that watched my last video, and it's YouTube, so you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate everyone that interacts with my content and all the feedback that I will hopefully be getting. I know this is a long one, so I'll try to include timestamps, and I hope to find you all very well on my next one.